Before we begin, I do have to give a big shout out to a subscriber of mine, somebody that I know personally, for blessing me with this device. I didn't expect it. I very much appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. It's the CMF phone, man. Let's talk about it. What's good, Josh and man, Wayne Training. We are back with another joint. While this is a budget device, very much a budget device, $200 is really the selling point of this phone. It's not just the price, because there's a lot of cheap phones out here that you can get. Where I'm at right now when it comes to smartphones today have become somewhat redundant. There's a lot of the same stuff just being repeated, rinse and repeated over and over with phones. All we care about is how great the cameras are. What does the camera layout look like? That's all we're really talking about nowadays. So nothing comes out with this device, and the biggest talk is about the removable back and all that stuff. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that's a nice little touch. It does add, it adds like a element to the phone of to make it feel a little bit different. Like, that's kind of, I feel that, I like that. But to me, that ain't it. That's not the talking point. That's not why we should really be talking about this phone the way I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this thing because it's actually a good phone. Like, it's actually a pretty good phone. I've been rocking with this thing for at least a week now. I took my son out of my Z Fold. My Z Fold. I wish I had a Z Fold. My Samsung S24 Ultra, and I know y'all see that art case. That's coming soon. We're gonna talk about that. But took it out of there, put it in the CMF phone. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I've been struggling with like wanting to take it back out and go into that S24 Ultra, only because I feel like I'm stealing something. Like, I don't know, like, y'all, like, the point I was trying to make a minute ago was like, I'm gotten to the point, like, with phones, is that like I'm looking for value now. It's easy to go and spend $1,000 and get a quality phone. What's not so easy is to spend under $500 to get a quality phone that checks like a lot of boxes. So the CMF phone, there's a lot of things missing. So I'm not gonna say in cap, there's a lot of things missing on this phone. Things like NFC, no front firing speaker, no wireless charging. I would say like mid-level fast charging, 33 watts, nothing crazy, but it gets the job done. Not great cameras, stuff. It's missing quite a bit, but at the same time, when you say $200 though, the things that they did on this phone though to make it feel like you paid the appropriate amount of money is justified. Dimensity 7300 on this thing, very good performing chip in my opinion. Like, it's been a minute since I've used a mid-range device. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's just I've been so used to just going into picking up the flagship. That's it. And I want to thank all the companies that have been making these expensive flagship devices, because now what that does, it kind of it inherently makes all of the cheaper devices, the mid-range devices, upgraded just a little bit. So now the performance that you're going to get from mid-range devices in 2024 is actually pretty good. And it's some that I would actually suggest a lot of people to pick up, because in today's economy, things are very expensive. It's probably not the smartest thing to be going out and spending $1,000 on the phone. Speaking of saving money, let's take a quick commercial break. Listen, y'all, I got a question for y'all. With all seriousness, when was the last time you actually looked at your phone bill? Like, be honest with me, for real. When was the last time you looked? You can't lie to me, because I was one of those people that actually would pay my bill and not really actually even think about it. It's just, it was money that came out. It's, it's an expense that we had to have, right? Until I decided to go ahead and look a little bit further one day, and I was just like, yo, this is getting kind of high, man. It's getting kind of high. So I had to make that change, man. Like Mike say, make that change. I'm so thankful that me and the good folks over at Mint Mobile decided to partner up so we can give you guys that same opportunity to make that change and save a little bit of money for yourself this year. Listen, man, when I tell y'all that they got plans for as low as $15 a month, come on now, $15 a month, like, bruh. Listen, y'all, with me being a tech content creator, the money that I have saved by simply just switching to Mint Mobile has been absolutely great. I almost can buy an extra phone per year just off of the savings. So now I got more stuff I can review just for you guys. Not only are the plans affordable, it's actually very easy to switch. All it takes is about 15 minutes. Listen, most likely my video, this very video that you're watching is 15 minutes. So if you got 15 minutes to watch me, you have 15 minutes to better yourself and make a little bit more money for yourself. So come on now. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Go ahead, make that change, cut a little bit of that extra money out. You don't need to be spending all that extra money with the big wireless companies. Go ahead and get right here. Click this link right here, all right? Click this link, all right? And you gonna, bro, you gonna thank me later. Like, you gonna really thank me later. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and show you exactly why you're gonna thank me later. It's Mint Mobile right here, y'all. It's Mint Mobile. Boom. Boom, just like the big wireless, man. Boom. Come on now, what you missing over it? Like, not only that, I actually switched my mom over to Mint Mobile this year. Let her tell you exactly how she feels about it. Hey, Mom. No, I was calling. I was asking you. I wanted to ask you the service been for that for Mint Mobile since I switched you over there. How's it been? Like, has the calls been okay and all that stuff?
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah.
What about the internet? It's been good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been good. Yeah.
Like I said, y'all, make that change, save that money, go ahead and make that switch to Mint. Let's get it. The value proposition, the whole value thing. Like, when it comes to the CMF phone, I feel like they checked the appropriate amount of boxes for a $200 phone. The camera actually ain't bad. I know it has 2 lenses, but the second lens is just a depth sensor, so it doesn't really, you can't get a wide angle or nothing like that. It's just simply to amplify the main lens here. So it's a good shooter. Like, I've taken a few shots. I'm not mad at it. It feels like it's actually somewhat worth more than $200. It's hard to really, it really isn't though. I'm kind of confusing myself because it's like in the twilight zone. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but like $200 is the appropriate amount. I feel good about the $200. I feel happy about it. Like, if I was told that this is the phone you got to use for the remainder of the year, and like, if I'm not a techie, by the way, like, I'm not like just addicted to tech. If I'm somebody and I threw this phone in somebody's hand who's an Android user and say, hey, look, this is the device that you got to use, or somebody did that with me, I wouldn't really have no problem with it. Like, it's a good phone. Like, I could use this for a whole year. So the OS is one of my favorite things. Using the CMF phone, it's kind of making me want to try like the Nothing phone. So when I really want to see what the OS is all about, like with a quality processor, like a higher quality processor, and just to see what it's really rocking with. Because right now I love it. Like, I love the widgets. I love some of their I like the weather app. I love the aesthetic. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's different. I'm feeling it. My little setup here is pretty nice. I like it. We rocking. He also gave me the CMF buds, and oh my God, listen, man. They not bad either. It was only $35. $35, y'all. They not bad. Like, I took them to the gym. You know, we was running a little bit. I was on the elliptical. Like, it was cool. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, it feels good to know that you can get pretty good value for something so cheap. Like, that's just, I don't know. It's kind of, it's satisfying, especially for me right now. And like, I took a big change in my career, so it's nice to be like, yo, I can still get value for something. You know, I don't have to spend a lot of money to get value. Like, that's where we at right now. I want to talk about all this later on, but this is just kind of like my initial reaction to the CMF phone and using it, and it's been dope, man. It really has been a really dope experience. And I'm gonna continue to use it. Like, usually after I'm done with a video, I'd be like, all right, let's go on to the next phone. Nah. Nah, like, this is kind of, I'm rocking. Real quick, one other thing that I forgot to mention was one of my favorite things is the biometrics. The fingerprint scanner on this thing is actually not too bad. Even the face unlock is okay. So with the face unlock, you definitely have to be in well-lit conditions to make it work the best. And when you're in a good optimal setting, the face unlock pretty much works every time. Fingerprint scanner for me has worked pretty much every time. One suggestion for the face unlock is I don't know why they didn't have it in the settings. A lot of Android phones do have it, but to brighten up the screen, because it's still, I think it has like a 2000 nit brightness screen. So it's like, why not utilize that, you know, to make that experience a little bit better? So, yeah, add that feature. So then I'd be able to have my face unlock work pretty much every time, because it's been working solid when I'm in good conditions. But that's the CMF phone and my initial thoughts on it. This is a phone that I would be comfortable suggesting to just about anybody, unless you're somebody who literally needs a powerhouse device, like you actually live off of it, you create content off of it, that's maybe your only device, and that's just kind of how you rock. If you're not really that type of user, and you're somebody who just ends up with very expensive phones but don't necessarily utilize all those features, this device does you the trick. It's going to save you money. You're not going to be missing a ton when it comes to performance. That's all I can say, man. But anyway, man, like, subscribe, share if you enjoyed the video. Definitely leave a comment on what you guys think about the CMF phone, if that's something that you may consider. But yeah, man, it's your man, Wayne Train.